Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for January 2025. I think we have quite the year ahead of us. Starting on the 30th to 31st of December, we have a new moon in Capricorn. And the new moon is asking us, inviting us to plant our seeds for the upcoming lunar cycle. So since it's in Capricorn, it wants us to set intention, evaluate our ambitions so that they align with your long-term vision and goals. Consider your responsibilities and take disciplined steps and actions towards achieving your goals. On the 1st to 2nd of January, depending on where you are in the world, the moon enters Aquarius, your sign, which also highlight what needs to change. What do you need to change about yourself? What is needed to change in your world in order to achieve whatever you want to achieve? On the 6th of January, Mars retrograde enters Cancer and makes us focus and tending to our emotional needs. The 13th of January, we have the full moon in Cancer. The moon rules Cancer, so it might be quite an intense period here. Cancer is somewhat protective and we're emotional. Make sure that you take care of your emotional needs. Once again, it's highlighted. And the people around you, how they're feeling and stuff. It doesn't mean that you need to tend to everyone else's feelings. That's really important. But with you and your family or your team or your friends in the background, like how are we feeling as a collective, we can say, like tend to the collective energies, not only focusing on everyone else's, but you are your own foundation in that collective. So that's very important that you look at yourself as well. On the 19th of January, we have the sun enters Aquarius, so it's your season, my beautiful Aquarius. Focus on your future, your hopes, your dreams, and how you can push yourself forward and out of your comfort zone. Open up for the unconventional and push yourself for new. On the 29th to 30th of January, we have a new moon also in Aquarius, and plant that rebellious spark in your rebellious ideas and unconventional ideas. Culminate the ideas that you had since the sun entered Aquarius, and allow both the sun and the moon, both in your sign Aquarius, to propel you forward to be you. This is your month. It's time to shine, and that's really what I'm picking up on. We also have having a look at the numerology for 2025. 2 + 2 + 5 is 9, and that is the ending of a numerological cycle. Because after 9 we have 10, which is both 0 and the 1 in the same. So in the cycle here, 10 is both the end and the beginning. So in a circle, you don't have a beginning and an end. It's very linear. But in a cycle, both the ending and the beginning is happening kind of at the same time. So yeah, last time we had a collective year being number 9 was 2017. So it's coming down to reaping what you sown, who you become since 2017, integrating all your hard lessons, closing out old chapters, achieving happiness for your own divine reason. Trust what no longer resonates with you, what you need to shed to become the new you. And it's really asking us to close that cycle out. Speaking of shedding the skin, 2025 is the year of the snake. So the snake always sheds its skin. And with that, like I said, I don't know if I even said it, but I've cleansed your space, meditated on your Caunce, but I would like to cleanse the space with you before we start the reading. So you will be hearing 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Thank you so much. So I was having a little bit of trouble lighting this candle before your reading, and that has never really been a problem before. So I don't know if you're feeling very tired and exhausted And the more I tried to light it, the more it didn't want to light. And now it's sparking up a little bit. I don't know if you can actually see that. I don't know if you could see that, but it really sparked up when I was talking about it. So I don't know if you're being very tired and exhausted and you're just done with it. Like, you might be trying to refuel and relight your candle, but you might be exhausted. I don't know if that's a sign for that, or maybe like you shouldn't try so hard, you should take some rest. Either way, we're going to move on to the reading. And I was asked to use these cards right now. So we want to start with looking at your past, the energies you're bringing into January 2025 Aquarius, and looking at your hopes and your fears for January 2025. So what is your past energy coming into this? And I'm really asking Spirit here to give me one card at a time, but it's not wanting to do that with this deck. So what you're coming from here, I felt like this should be in reverse. I really feel like I picked them up from the wrong side. So you got the Four of Wands. It's a cause of celebration. The Four is stability and consistency, community, home, gathering, celebrate your accomplishments, celebration, peace after hard work, family and community. Since this was in the reverse, it's blocked. It doesn't mean like it's negative. But maybe it's been a hard time these holiday times. Maybe you've been feeling a bit, you know, hoping that it would go better, or that it would be more connected, or you're blocking that sort of energy. Maybe you're not having some sort of stability and consistency. Maybe you have been so tired you've not been able to keep up with your own balance needs here. And then we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands actually is a card of balance. She's standing on top of her castle here that she's built. It's stable. In the original cards, she has the world, or it's a he, that has the world in his hands. And you could also see the water and the mountains in the background. The water being the unconscious or the subconscious, and the mountains being achievements ready to be taken on. But since it is in the reverse, it will also tell me that you've not been really having patience or balance. You've not been able to plan your first step toward discovery. You know, you need to have a vision to start planning. And the Two of Wands has the materials needed to make the dream come true. Maybe you have been lacking some sort of support, or you've been feeling disconnected. Maybe you've been feeling close to burnout because of the candle not wanting to work properly. Could I have another card showing Aquarius? Oh, King of Wands. You've got another Wands here, so it has to do with your passions, your willpower. You might have been a bit burnt out. The King of Wands, he is expressing his power with authority, right? The King of Wands can see the big picture. He's a leader. He's overcoming challenges. He's having a great vision and leadership. He's understanding that, you know, he's having a lot of understanding, and he has a lot of drive to create his vision. He is inspiring others with his passion. He accepts progress, not perfection, and goals turns realistic into reality. Maybe not been feeling like you've had the tools needed coming in. This is the energy that you're bringing into January 2025. So this is not something that you're bringing with you. Maybe you've not been feeling so inspired, and it has all to do with willpower, creativity. So I feel like you might have been through a period of burnout, a period of stagnation maybe, and the fire did not want to start light up. So maybe that's what you're coming from. We also want to look at your hopes and your fears for January 2025. A positive card usually means a hope. A negative card means a fear. Can I please have one card, Spirit, Guardian Angels and Ancestor? What is Aquarius' hopes or fears for January 2025. And we have 2 cards once again. This deck loves to give me 2 cards, so it's that kind of reading today. We got the 7 of Cups in the upright, and we also got the Page of Cups in the reversed. So this energy is blocked. All the reverse cards will go into the upright as we're going through the month. This card feels like it's grabbing my attention more than usually. It's a card of waiting, higher purpose. You're presented with many choices, and you are, you're wondering if how many of these choices are fantasy and illusion, and what is actually right for me. It's a question of that I can commit even if it's not perfect. I can commit to something even though it's not. And this is also what the King of Wands is talking about. Accept progress, not perfection. Be real. Be grounded. So it's a question, it's a fear here. You don't know if it's just illusions ahead of you. Maybe... I don't want to say that this is a positive. It's neither a positive card or a negative card. You could be presented with many options here, and a few of them, or some of them might be like masked. I don't want to say a negative word here. It could be a masked. Every positive thing has a negative thing, and sometimes what we see as a negative thing is masked as a positive thing. Or it can actually be a negative thing in the beginning, and it can actually be a lesson for us that we need to learn. That's what I wanted to say about that. With the Page of Cups here, she is a person of new opportunity. She talks about new opportunity, experience, delightful, surprise, imagination. The inner child is being connected here, and guidance from imagination, and ground yourself to guide. So you have 2 cards here that's talking about, and she's also in the reversed here, and the fish are also your intuition popping in, but you might be blocked by yourself because you are not grounded. These are your fears. You don't know if something is an illusion. You have a fear of it being an illusion rather than actually a new opportunity coming in. So maybe you feel like it's too good to be true. Right. What is the present energy here for Aquarius that our spirits want to lift? Thank you so much, Spirit Guide, Guardian Angels, and Ancestors. We have the Hanged Man, and he is in the upright. He's in the right position right there. The Hanged Man is a card of new perspective. He's gaining enlightenment there by hanging upside down, and he chose to hang himself upside down to get a new perspective on the world. It's a bit of a sacrifice that you need to do in order to get a new picture. It has to do with release. Be open to awakenings when they come. You need to, you know the value of self-sacrifice here. You need to surrender to a new perspective. So this might have to do with the fears here, that you're not willing to see the perspective that it might be a positive thing. You might be thinking that it's all in your head, but it's not. If you listen to your heart and you follow your heart, and this is connected to Pisces, it's a water, and it has to do with Neptune. Neptune is also the planet of illusions and dreams. So we continue on this fear here. Well, not continue on the fear, that is the fear from the position you're in right now. But new perspectives are you asked to be looking at the world in a new perspective, to do some sacrifices, to maybe even to do some inner work, because even grounding yourself. He's hanging upside down in the tree. The tree is perfectly set into the ground. The tree is grounded. The tree is helping with the groundedness here. So I feel like Spirit wants to ask you to ground yourself, to get away from this, the blockage that you had before January 2025, the blockage of the creativity, the blockage of willpower. Listen to your heart. I'm saying that. and I'm really feeling it. Listen to your heart, and you know, illusions when it comes to inwards. You don't know if it's your intuition or your thank you, candle spirit, for reacting to that. You know, when it's intuition speaking to you, it's a calm. It's almost like a knowing in your thank you, in your solar plexus. It's a knowing. Solar plexus and your heart chakra are almost working together, and instead of having your mind, it's good to be strategizing, you know, with your mind, but incorporate that connection between your gut, your heart, and your brain, like your mind. Once that line is opened up and ready to receive the different kind of perspectives that's coming in, then you know you're not ruled by either one of them, but you are harnessing the power and being aligned. Thank you so much for that confirmation there in the candle. I really feel like the candle has to do something with this reading, because I've not been having to pay any attention to it throughout any other readings. Either way, we want to see the crossing energy here to the Hangman. What is the crossing energy to the Hangman for Aquarius, please? It's the Magician in the... Wow. It's really asking you here to ground yourself, to set intentions and allow manifestation to happen. The Magician in the upright, so you're blocking the Magician, but since he is going as a crossing energy here, he's neither in the upright or not. He is he has the willpower, he has the intention, he has the ability to create and manifest. He has all the tools that he needs to have in order to manifest the life that he wants, and that's what being lifted up here. That is the crossing energy to the Hangman, which is also, you don't need to worry about your fears or hopes. It's kind of both a hope and a fear here. You don't know if it's too good to be true. Well, the Magician, you know, he has the one pointing up to the sky, and he has his hand pointed to the ground. So as above, so below. You got the infinity sign here. Yeah, it's also the sign number 8, and that's the number of karma. So with pure intentions and a good connection to your groundedness, you will achieve forward. That's the crossing energy here for the Magician. Your abilities, use your abilities with pure intentions. Trust your inner power and trust your inner guidance. That's what's crossing here. You know what needs to be done, but what's going on in your conscious mind? What is going on in your conscious mind? What are you consciously working towards here, Aquarius? What are you working towards? What are you working towards? Spirit, what is Aquarius working towards? Thank you. You're working towards the King of Swords. The kings, like we said with the King of Wands, they are expressing their power with authority. King of Swords is the King of Thoughts. The sword is double-sided. The sword can either hurt or it could help. And he's in the upright. That's what you're working towards. You're working towards your thoughts, your intellect, maybe even balancing them so much. You know when to strike and when to pause. Knowing when to hold back and when to act. Clarity of mind, truth. You know, truth cuts through deception. So the truth here will be, you want to be working towards cutting through deception, and since you're working towards that and it's in the upright, I feel like you're actually not needing to fear about it being an illusion or something. You are feeling like you are connecting here to your inner voice, your inner thoughts, the power of change here. Power, honor. Use it with good intention, and good intentions are coming up here again. And I feel like it's working. You are in this energy right now, Aquarius. That's what I'm picking up on. You're happy to leave this behind of you. and that might be coming back into the future as in the upright, and you are very well aware of that. But you got some kind of major arcana going up here with the Magician and the Hangman together. So you are ready for this. The major arcana tells the story of an individual's path towards completion, and you are working towards that. You are on that path. That is what you are trying to bring your intellect, and the swords are also it's connected to the wow, your air sign. So he's also up in the clouds here, but his feet are firmly planted on the ground, and I feel like you are picking up on that energy that will be coming around your birthday month, really. It's absolutely great. What is the key to the mystery lurking beneath? Why might you not be where you want to be? Or how is this helping you forward? Why are you not exactly where you need to be or want to be? We are always where we need to be. There's a divine timing into play. I just wanted to say that. But why are you not where you want to be right now? What is stopping you there, Aquarius? The Five of Cups. So in your subconscious, you are looking at what you don't have anymore instead of the things that you have. And that might be partially why you are blocking this Page of Cups and this new opportunity. Since it has to do with the cups as well, there's a lot of emotion going on here. But there's a castle in the background. Castles are safeties. There's a bridge across that the water, so you don't need to go through all that emotion to get through it. There's another way around it. You could go through the water, you could go across the bridge. But he's crying over these Three of Cups that have spilled. So you don't want to be crying over spilled milk. But if he just turned around in his grieving here, he could see what he actually still has. So the Five of Cups is change. It's a card of loss and grief and disappointments. But I feel like it's not necessarily a card of negative here. I feel change and possibility. You can still salvage the part of what's been lost, the parts being the 2 instead of the 3. And you might need to take a step backwards before you take 2 steps forwards. And that's the real process of life, isn't it? You have the great power here to manifest I feel a lot of energy coming up for these cards in the middle here. I feel like you're energized and you're in it and you're ready to go. And what do I need to do in order to get ahead? What do I need to gather myself with? And just looking at what you have instead of what you don't have. So balance yourself and be grateful. That's also the part of the Magician. Be grateful of what you have, because then there might be more coming in. If you're upset about the things you don't have, you're not allowing new opportunities coming in. What is your energy here? What is your attitude towards January? How do you see January? What is your attitude towards January here? What is your energy, Aquarius? Could I please, Spirit, ask for one card? What is Aquarius energy for January? How are you seeing yourself? What is the attitude towards January? Okay, King of Cups. You got a lot of cups. You have a positive attitude. I feel like you're in this, not healing period necessarily, but this I get this energy of taking steps, like solid steps towards where you want to be. That's what I'm really picking up on. So we have the King of Cups here. And it's the third king here that you're getting. So you almost had every single king from every single suit. So the kings, they're expressing the power with authority. He is, he is not overly emotional, but he doesn't hide his emotions. He knows how to balance his emotions. He has compassion, self-control, and wisdom. A very aware, emotional self-balance, and master the emotions. He's not feeling overwhelmed with the emotions. You have also the intuition as a little fish, and your subconscious popping in here. There might be stormy waters, but you know, he's got a fish tail. He can manage that. He knows that he can manage that. So this is an absolute great reading for you, Aquarius. And where you're heading. The environment around, I feel like this is a very positive reading. You're leaving these, you know, this maybe even stress, or even the heaviness of I have to be creative, I have to have a lot of willpower. You're looking inwards instead at yourself. What is the environment around Aquarius? What is the people around you? How are you influenced? What is influencing Aquarius right now? What is influencing Aquarius right now? I want to say the world, but I'm not sure if this is going to pop up. But what is influencing? The devil. The devil. Right, okay. So the devil is also major arcana. I don't know if you've had a spiritual awakening here, or if you're just like really getting your feet into the ground and planting yourself. But the devil is the card of excess materialism, playfulness. But in order to, you know, move forward, and I think this is what you've been picking up on, and that what you've done, this divine masculine and feminine, because you have a feminine here and a masculine here, and someone is holding chains. They are chained down. But you've just realized that these chains are placed upon you by yourself. They are just imaginary. And that is your strength here, that is in your environment right now. You know that these chains can just be, you know, janked off, and they can be dissolved. You know, and you realize that these chains can be anything. It could be obligation, emotional chains. They are imaginary obligations. Maybe that's what you're leaving behind, and that's what you're coming out of. This is an absolute great reading, Aquarius. So got your hopes and your fears. Realize that you have, if you invite negativity will be happily invited. But if you invite positivity is happily invited as well. I feel like this is quite a quick reading, and I feel like when I'm brushing over this, that you already know this. You know this. You drop the change. You are taking control. You're getting a new perspective here, and you realize that you create your own reality. What is the short-term outcome for Aquarius from January 2025? What is the short-term outcome for Aquarius here? Short-term outcome for Aquarius from the energy in January 2025. Please could you guide them for their highest good? Thank you so much. 3 of Wands. So she's looking out to the sea, to the stormy waters, but the threes, you know, this is since it's in the short term here, short-term outcome, it is a card of point of no return. You know, there's no going back, new life ahead, looking ahead. You know, it's expansion, rapid growth. Prepare for actions, and actions today create tomorrow's future. And this is, you are taking on this action. Once again, you tried with the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the King of Wands. It's not been really working well. But now, since you've been going through this emotional upgrade, we can say, and that you've been connecting your gut, your heart, and your mind together, you have the 3 of Wands. So there's no point of a point of no return. You have a new life ahead. That's the short-term outcome. That's a great reading. You tackling that that 3 of Wands. You tackling that that you didn't work with. Again, you're resetting yourself and you're tackling it. And in the spot for your long-term outcome for January 2025, we have the Lovers. It's the divine masculine and feminine. It could be unity. It's another major arcana card. You're looking at the angel up there, and they are connecting to the higher purpose. You have a little bit of a mountain in the middle, but any unity, any new relationships that you're looking at, might be looking at actually, they all come with a small mountain to climb together. It will also bring you closer together. So the love is partnership, partnership, union, duality, choice. Love is shown in a healed heart, in my everyday actions. So you will either be, you know, falling in love with yourself again through this month, and you balance the flow of mutual energies. This community that you might be looking at in the past, it comes from within, and you've realized that, and that is the long-term outcome for January 2025. This is an absolute great reading. You have some amazing cards here, and I feel really positive. I feel very light doing your reading, and I feel like there's hope. I don't know if you need to hear that, but can I please have some messages for Aquarius that they need to hear in January 2025? Step out of your comfort zone and follow your north node, your true star, your true north. Step out of your comfort zone. And I feel like, you know, when we're working with our emotions, sometimes we need to step out of a comfort zone and look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius, look at the bigger picture. And can I please have one last message before I'm closing off Aquarius reading? Oh, thank you. You actually got two. You actually got two new messages too. You are good enough, and you need to realize that and love yourself for that. Full moon in Virgo. We've got two full moons here now. And meditate and contemplate. You know, meditate on that new perspective that you're pushing yourself in, or that you're putting yourself in. And these three are messages that you need to hear for January 2025. Meditation and contemplation is always important. It also helps you to be grateful for what you have instead of what you've lost. You're really getting into this energy of the water here, and it's also cute that it's the full moon in Pisces, which is the duality here, which you also have the duality with the lovers here. They're swimming in opposite directions, but they are together. The positive and the negative, the yin and the yang, and the divine feminine with the divine masculine. So truly grateful, Spirit Guide, Guardian Angels and Ancestors. Thank you, Aquarius, for being here. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please leave a like, please leave a comment, so I know that this layout is working for you, that you are enjoying it. Yes, if you like all my social are linked down below. If you really think that this resonated with you, besides leaving a like and commenting, you can also subscribe. And hopefully I see you in February. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.